Welcome to Seven Trumpets Prepper. You know, we're truly blessed to be living in the last generation. You know, when I first read the book of Enoch for about the 20th time, but looking specifically for the last days things, when I read that passage that referred to those of us in the last generation, you know, many times through I'd read the book of Enoch, but I'd either apparently just missed it or forgotten it. And when it hit me that, you know, these things that spoken of were taking place in the last generation, I'm just like, wow, thank you, Father, that I have been so blessed to be one of those people living here in the very last days, that I will see all these things take place and see your glorious return by the grace of the Most High, that I have my health and I get to live through it by the grace of that. And we should all be overjoyed that we are living in the last generation. And I know that there's a lot of struggles and strife that we're all going to go through, but on the flip side of that, think about how many generations of humanity has lived, how many of our ancestors has lived, and not going to be able to see the things that we're going to see take place, confirming, you know, the Master's creation. You know, here recently I've been sitting studying the flat Earth theory, and I'm going to do a separate video about that, and people can laugh and scoff at that, but we don't live on a globe. I've absolutely concluded that after an extensive study. The sun, moon, stars, this planet, everything, or I'm sorry, this firmament that is covering us on this earth below, all this we live in an enclosed system. And that's a story for another time, but it's just, you know, between the Creator's calendar, between who our enemies are based on Revelation in the last days, the book of Enoch, the true Hebrew Israelites, and I really should have stressed that in that Hebrew Israelite video. It's, you know, all those that come over to the Master, we join ourselves to him, but the true Israelites, the blood descendants of Abraham, was what I was trying to stress in that video. But anyway, irregardless, all these things were confirmations to me that we're in the last days, because it was a clear and present picture of all the things that have been hidden for a long time. And then what put the nail in the coffin the other day, and I guess this is kind of what's led me into this video here, is that when I concluded that we do live on a flat earth and we live under a firmament, it puts everything in perspective, because we are the center of the universe and we're it, and the Most High created us just like Genesis 1 account tells. And man, I have just felt nothing but peace here lately, because I know now all the things that have been hidden for so long. I don't know everything, but I mean the large foundational pillars that's been hidden from humanity for so many generations by so many different entities. You know, no more can I be lied to about this stuff. I know that the Creator exists. I know that you can see prophetic things taking place right now in precision. It's like a synchronized play that you watch on a stage. You know, it's almost like it's just going in synchronized precision, one scene after another, until the final curtain call. And, you know, I've prepped for years. I've done everything I could do for years. And here in this past year, I have just totally relaxed out. I mean, it's crazy, guys. I mean, I have just literally gotten this groove that it's like, go build tiny houses with my friend Randy, go travel the country doing construction and stuff, and I mean, that's it. And farm and spend time with the wife and kid. I just have really just hit slow motion. And I don't know if it's just because I've come to the conclusion that, you know, I've got that peace in my heart that if I live to see this come, then thank you be to the Father, because I'm trusting in Him. But if I don't, it's okay, because I know beyond all shadow of a doubt that the Creator exists. I know that His Son come and died and rose again for us so we could have salvation. You know, the only thing that frustrates me and makes me worry here in the last days, and that we all, as we count that blessing that we live in the last days, the one thing that we should all be concerned with is that, am I living obedient as I possibly can? And, you know, because I constantly reiterate to everyone that I'm a sinner, and that I want salvation. I want to be counted worthy in the day of judgment, in the last day of entering the kingdom. I want to be able to enter the new kingdom, the new earth that is remade, and I worry about that all the time, because it's not the things I've done before I accepted Messiah. It's any sins that I've committed after that I just worry about. But we all have to keep in mind, and I have to give myself a gut check about this often, is that the only sin that cannot be forgiven is blasphemy of the Ruach HaKodesh. And to me, what I find that to be is, it's just a prime example of this, is like the Pharisees said, Messiah worked a miracle. And then they're like, oh no, he done it in the name of, I'm not going to say a false deity. But, anyway, it's like, that is what I find blasphemy of the Ruach HaKodesh. Now, you can grieve the Spirit, and I feel like I've done that a multitude of times. And we all need to be striving to be as obedient as possible. But it is truly a blessing to live in the last generation. Because, guys, there's no reason not to believe in the Creator, because, we're getting to see the final curtain call, and I'm excited. Man, I wish I wish the end would just hurry up and come. For years, I'm just been thinking to myself, I'm like, oh, please give me another year to get prepped. Please, and then that year would come, it's like, oh, Father, thank you for another year, just please let one more come by. And I keep thinking to myself, I'm looking right now at a whole stack of solar panels I haven't even gotten around to putting up here on my own property, and it's like, you know what, it's like, if I can put them solar panels up, great. If I can't, I don't care at this point. I really don't care. I'm really content with just tomorrow, the Most High started it all. Let's do it. Let's just get this party rolling, because I'm done. And, the homosexual marriage thing getting passed the other day, all the strife on the planet, the blood moon eclipses, all this stuff going on, it's confirmation to me how close we are. But I keep in mind 2nd Esdras, chapter 16, I believe it is, that woe to you Babylon and Asia, woe to you Egypt and Damascus. We're still waiting on that Asia, which is to me modern day Iran, and they're getting their fists balled up, sleeves rolled up. So before long, I look to see that be a desolation over there too, and that says that's the beginning of sorrows. So from that point forward, we should start to see the final play starting to come across the scene, and that final curtain call. It's exciting times, people. And I just wanted to sit down and talk to you today on Sabbath that, we really, really, really need to be thankful that we live in the last generation. Forgive me, I didn't wear my sunglasses. It is extremely bright out here, but I'm loving it. It's a warm day. But we should really count our blessings, because this is it. There's nothing more, or there's no more generations after us. This is it. And I'm not trying to be a soothsayer or a prophet or something. So how do you know that there's not a generation? Because we look at the prophetic things that the prophets of the Most High God said generations ago, and it's not rocket science. This and this and this and this is going to happen, and then the Most High is going to come back. Well, okay, this and this and this is happening. There ain't going to be no more generations. So rejoice in that. Just pray for health, pray for protection, and hopefully, very soon we're going to see the Most High come back, and that is something that we all should have joy in our heart for. So just something I hope that uplifts you today. And until we see you again here at Seven Trumpets Pepper Channel, guys, I hope you have a most blessed day in Yahushua's name.